Hey guys, B2 here, and I wanted to show you a really kind of cool game that I've just started playing. It's called Stronghold Kingdoms. I've been playing about a month. I like to check out new games, and it's really kind of cool. It is one of those. Let me zoom out here. So this is how big the world is. Like this is how many people play this game. It is absolutely like all these white dots here are allies, and all the red ones are the ones in my faction. And so if I zoom in, I can. There's a lot more of the red guys in here. I think I actually have the map filtered. Let me take that off. But as you zoom in, you can see the red dots all through here. Those are the ones that we're at war with. It is very cool. Look how many people. It's massive. How many people play this game? All these dots are towns. So let's zoom all the way in. These two are the provinces that I'm in. It's in southern India. But look, there's a town. Like all these are towns. It's a beginner town. Here's a more advanced town. And of course, the two with the shields, those are mine right here. Very cool though. It is a building game. So if you zoom into your town, you got to build your own individual town. So you got to create wood, which relates to here, stone, which relates to here, and all that's important because when you go to your buildings page, this is how you create something. Like I would need 7942 wood, 8685 stone to build the next woodcutter's home. Woodcutter's hut. And I think I'm almost maxed out on the space that I can do it, unless I started over here. But in order to have wood, you have to be near the woods. In order to be stone, you have to be. There's a stone quarry down here, so that's the max you can do. In order to get iron, you have to be on your iron pit, which is over here. And then this is one type of city map, and I think there's about 6 or 7 different types, lowlands and highlands and all. I mean, it's really kind of cool. The game is immense. Breweries for ale, and that it's really kind of interesting because if you look at your popularity here, I'm at 48, but I've got minus 22 because I tax them. You gotta live in my kingdom, you got to pay my taxes, yo. And then food, so I'm 45 on food, but if I click it, it even goes into more detail and says that food eaten 73, food made 95, and there's a surplus. And so with that surplus, you can do really, really cool things with it. You can look into your parish, which is if you look into your parish, you can see this is kind of like your little county, if you will. And there's buildings in here to upgrade, and you can donate to them all these resources. Once they get enough resources, bang, they can level up that building. It's pretty cool. So we're waiting for wine here and a little bit of chairs. So wine and chairs, and then this building can get upgraded. Which is just means your parish is even stronger. So if you look in your map, these are enemy locations, right? And these are AI enemies, I should say. If there's a town with a sword on it, that's an actually selected human player that you're fighting. But they've got enemy castles, they've got an enemy siege camp, and then a wolf's lair. And these are worth what's called honor if you can beat them. And the honor is here. So at 29,995. Honor unlocks your levels for you. And I'm going to show you that. So I need 35,000 to unlock my next honor level. And if you click on the crown, it's going to take you in. I'm a page 6th class. I need 35,000 to go to page 5th class. And then I need to go through basically 7 levels of this page to get to Squire. And Squire unlocks your 3rd village. Right now, all I have is just these 2 villages. So if I go in and I look, I can only go to these 2 villages, which are mine, and they correspond to these 2 parishes, which belongs to this country, which belongs to this province, basic county, province, country. So you get it. It's like it's pretty cool, pretty in depth. You can also take and build your castle. So if I look at, here's the castle that I've built in my main city right now, and if you go down here and where is it at? Here we go. You can actually raise the walls and see what it really looks like. But from a building standpoint, you can take them down to the ground and kind of plot out your building more. Now I've got all these wood walls all around here because like that's kind of the way I started, and then now that I'm producing enough stone, I've kind of excuse me, I'm just at the end of this sickness here. Sorry about that. But if you look at these stones, like that's the piece that I'm upgrading. And the first thing you want to do is it'll show a disconnect here if it's not connected. And so you want to connect that because that makes your people a little bit more happy when they're surrounded by a wall, right? To keep the enemies out. So I just got attacked last night by the AI camp right here. So this guy right here, this little enemy siege camp, they show up and it's like 4 or 5 days worth of attacks, always at the same time. And for me, it's like 4 in the morning when they're attacking, or 5 in the morning. It's crazy. So what I can do is use my army all day long to attack like wolves' huts and stuff, and then at night you can go into your castle here and you can throw them on your walls. So like, let's say if I was going to do that, I could go into my guys here, collect them, put 9 up, and I could put 9 here, I could throw 9 there, and I could throw 9 there, I could throw 9, let's say there. I want them to be able to reach, and then I'll just put the rest right there, right? So this is how you would place all your archers. Now see, the way I've got mine set up is that if you're going to come and break in through here, you're going to have to go through all my pits, all my kill pits, and then you're going to have to go through archers hitting you. I've got ballista towers, I've got archer towers they're already manned for you, and that's like the first thing you should start to buy. And then what I do is I end up putting guys like, let me go to single placement. I end up putting guys like down here all the way back around, so they got to fight through all these pikemen to get there. But meanwhile, they're getting hammered by archers and the ballista towers and everything else to go through there. So it's kind of like, you know, it's not the best defense, but I don't have it fully upgraded. Now, what does that mean, B? Why? I'm going to cancel those because I want them for the day. But what does fully upgraded mean? Okay, so here is where you would start to, every time you level up, you get 3 points for research, and you can put them in all these different things, right? So I don't have a whole lot into industry. As you can tell, I got a little bit into weapon making, and I want the siege mechanics because I want to get the catapults and stuff going too. But that would be one of the next steps. So, and then wine production, like I want to get that going because that's for banqueting, and I'll explain that too. It's a really cool game. Like I'm pretty fired up about it, and I'm enjoying playing so far. So if you guys do want to pick up this game and play, join in South India, throw a town in, and let me know, apply in. And here's where you can find it. Like this guy, these guys have just been killing it. Like I don't know who these guys are. I just started playing, and these are the top dogs, the white guys. They've just been killing it. This team. So this is us. We're house 5. We're slightly farther behind if you look. These guys are at total points 17k. Like they're crazy. If you look at ours, we're at 3 mil, they're 17 mil. So you can tell it's a big difference. We're down here, the assassins, and I can click on the middle tab and it shows us our guys here. We've got a pretty robust group of guys. Most of them are like Russian or Indian, but they actually communicate in English. It's a little bit broken, but they're very good about trying to work stuff out and figure it out. So this is kind of our team on here. And you can see I'm at 34-34. We got a lot of new players, a lot of people that are just starting the game, and a few heavy hitters that will send supplies out and whatever you need to get going. So really good guys from here. So let's talk about some more of this right here. So I would recommend early game working on your farming and your education. It's going to unlock some pretty unique stuff like storage capacity right here by engineering. And like your granary and your stockpile and all the things that allow you to build up supplies, basically. So, and then in the military, you want to command your army up so you can recruit and get stuff going. And that's really kind of cool because if you go into your city to recruit here, you can only recruit the number of people that your town has in it that are left over, right? So if you look, I've got 83 total peasants. I can house 130, but I got 3 that are unemployed. So when this building finishes in 3 hours and 12 minutes, it will take 1 from here and start working this building, which is another hut to create meat, and that's for the banqueting, and I will show you that too. But so for right now, if I wanted to go into my military tab and look, I could recruit. Unfortunately, pikemen, you have to have a piece of armor and a pike. I don't have any pikes made right now. I do have 2 buildings making them. And then in order to recruit an archer, you have to have a bow and arrow. And I've got that making on the way as well. See, these are the pole turners for the pikes. These are the archer builders. These are the armor builders right here. And they all work best when you place them around your stockpile to make supplies. And so what happens if I wanted to go in and move this building and show you that? See how it makes 7, 6, and then the 7 goes up, and then 8, and then 9. And I get... 9's as much as it's going to make. It has to be placed right there. So you can see the closer to the stockpile, and that's the same with the woods. The closer they are to the trees and the stockpile. So like this guy down here is going to make 1168. This guy's up here is only making 635 because he's farther away from the stockpile. Same goes for these guys, right? So if I'm looking here, 845. to 511 to iron is 544 to 530 or 431, and that's the distance from here as well. So if I took this stockpile and moved it over here towards the mines over here, that would be a lot more productive. And so you only get to place one stockpile. It's right here, and you place that in the beginning when you form your town. And I thought that it needs to be a little bit closer to the wood and the stone to get things going. So that's why I placed mine over there. Same thing with your storage for your food, and the same thing with your storage for your ale, right? Your inn. The closer these are to your inn, so I kind of like spread them out and put them around just to kind of maximize what we were getting for them. So, so anyway, so that's kind of an intro to this. It's really kind of unique. If you look into these things right here, you get 500 honor for figuring out what's behind the money bags. And so, like, normally, like, when it's busy at night, you'll see, like, all kinds of scouts running for these little bags because that's a lot of honor, 500 to get in there. But it has to be within your circle here, right? If it's outside of your circle, you're not going to get the honor for it. So let's go to the new village. Let's hit this, and let's send, let's only send 3 here, and then we're going to send 3 there because I didn't do that with my other town. So I'm going to get 1,500 honor just by hitting all 3 of these bags. I mean, unless one of these towns sees it and then goes for it, right? They would definitely be able to get there before me because they're closer. So anyway, this is B2. It's been a look at Stronghold Kingdoms, an intro. If you guys want to see more of this, just let me know in the comments. And I'm going to also do another one for Conflict of Nations, which I'm really stoked about. It's this is cool, and this is up my alley, but Conflict of Nations, it looks awesome. So anyway, it's B2. I hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you.